Welcome to a new Team CGC 9.8 video. Today I'm unboxing my latest CGC 9.8 purchase off of eBay. Yeah, I'm really excited about this one. It's personal favorite of mine for sure. And when I kind of rack my brain too, it's probably one of the better affordable investment grade CGC 9.8 books, I would say. So yeah, a lot of key points to hit on. I want to hit on, and we'll get into kind of a full CGC census analysis. I want to invite you really quickly to join the team and subscribe to Team CGC 9.8. And when you press subscribe, the bell kind of pops up. Hit the bell, get all their latest notifications. That would be so appreciated. Kind of at the early stages of this channel, still in my mind. So just kind of want to get to 1,000 subs as quick as we can. So that would be so appreciated. All right, let's get into it here, though. It's a Batman comic. I'm kind of on a roll with Batman comics, gotta say. CGC 9.8 comic. I got a double, so I got another CGC 9.8 right here too. Let's just get right into it. We'll get into some information. Newest addition to the collection. Batman number 404, Year 1, Part 1. So the retelling of the origin of Batman by Frank Miller. It's also the first modern Catwoman appearance, which is not on the CGC label, but some people just aren't aware of that, but kind of get a bonus first appearance in there. Great classic cover. Yeah, Frank Miller retelling the origin of Batman. I love the origin of Batman. Just a really special origin, and Batman's got issues, and he's got kind of issues in his past, and certainly and that's played throughout Batman. Is he a hero? Is he a vigilante? Is he an anti-hero? And I really love that, and it all kind of stems from how kind of messed up Bruce Wayne and Batman is because of his origin, right, when his parents getting killed. So, well, let's get right into the CGC census here. There's 543 CGC 9.8s in the blue label, and I think it was like 119 signature series, yellow label ones. But yeah, 543 9.8s, quite a lot for a Batman book, but you see there's not very many Batman issues that have over 500 even key issues, but I do want to compare this to another Batman book of this era that's really popular too, just in a second here. 28% is the CGC 9.8 ratio, so not too low. A lot of times I like to see that under 20, but it's kind of reflected in the price. With the higher CGC 9.8 ratio, it's going to be a little bit harder for the price to go up. But just a lot of things kind of on the surface to like about this book. Really being the great cover, great classic cover, retelling of the origin of Batman. And so I wanted to compare it to Batman: The Killing Joke in the CGC 9.8, which I think is like, of the era, probably the other sort of first kind of CGC 9.8 book that you might look to buy if you really like Batman. So, Batman: The Killing Joke, obviously in the title, I grabbed this for $110. In Batman: The Killing Joke, the lower end of that range for that book is about $150 to $160, I would say. You don't see him go for under $150 too often. Maybe you might get lucky at $140. And then every now and then on our pricing videos for The Killing Joke, you see one go for $200. So that would be kind of the top end of the range in US dollars. So grabbing this for $110, which is, I think, the lower end of this range. I think I got a good deal on this. Waited for an auction, was patient. Most of the buy nows in this book are $175 to $200. But a good price for this book. Lower range $110, higher range up to $150 is a good price. So I think that this book has a good chance for the lower end of the range to kind of be $150, $160, and the higher end of the range to be $200 to $210, similar to The Killing Joke. This book with 543 CGC 9.8s might seem like a lot, but The Killing Joke has like 3,000 or 4,000 on the census in the CGC 9.8. That was a really well-printed book, The Killing Joke. So, these are two sort of obvious entry-level Batman books from the 80s. And personally, if you had to choose one, or maybe you were on a bit of a budget, I would grab this over The Killing Joke. That would be my recommendation if you had to choose one. They're both great, don't want to kind of come off as like slacking The Killing Joke, because I do have one and I love it. So another wild card I think with this book is the Batman movie with Robert Pattinson coming out in the next year or two here. And obviously Robert Pattinson is kind of a younger Batman compared to what we've been used to in the last, 10, 20 years, and pretty much since the Batman movies started coming out. So, Year One, Part One, a younger Batman. Very possible that they could be taking some story cues from, this book. Maybe showing some of the origin in the movie. So, I don't usually recommend to buy books because it's coming out in a movie or something. You want to buy a book because you love it and you just love the cover and you're a big Batman fan, so you want to get some Batman keys. So, but a bonus nonetheless. I do think with a young Batman like Robert Pattinson, it's possible that this book could get hot around the movie. Certainly if there's kind of some cues in the movie about the, Year One, Part One. So just kind of a bonus there. Another thing I wanted to mention, and I'll put this down. I'm going to bring out my other books. Yeah, so nice to get them all out here. And I also have, a raw copy. Quite high grade one too, actually. Pretty happy about that one. So wanted to mention the Batman Year One, Part One. I got the DVD still from quite a while ago, this one. But this is the animated movie, Batman Year One, Part One. And I would completely recommend watching this if you haven't. It's like Bryan Cranston is Commissioner Gordon. And it's kind of a dark, raw animated movie, to be honest. And, which is great because that's how the comic is, because Frank Miller was, certainly kind of ahead of his time in that sense. Kind of a more gritty type of writing compared to the time, certainly, too, in the 80s. I would completely recommend watching Batman Year One, the animated movie. Great animated movie. And you know what? I think I've seen all the Batman animated movies now. Mask of the Phantasm, Under the Red Hood, those are some of my favorites. But I think this is my favorite, straight up my number one favorite Batman animated movie. Tied for, I would say, Batman Beyond, because I just love Batman Beyond too. But that's sort of not Batman alone. But old classic Batman, Batman Year One animated movie is my favorite Batman animated movie. So, just really happy to have, two CGC 9.8s. I like a double of my favorite issues. And I had grabbed my first one over 2 years ago now. It was one of my first CGC 9.8s to buy. So really happy to kind of add the other one here. And I think I went over everything. I mentioned the price in the title. It was $110. I paid $109.35. The auction ended up going as. And I think that's a really good price. I've seen a lot of these in Buy It Nows go for $125 to $135 as sort of a competitively priced Buy It Now. But most Buy It Nows out there are $150, $175. And I think my first book was $150 area I paid. I think it was $150 or $160, something like that. Okay, that'll be it for this video though. Unboxing another Batman comic. Really would invite you, if you haven't already, to join the team and subscribe to Team CGC 9.8. Got a lot of videos coming up in the next few days here. I'm still kind of working around some maintenance in my apartment. I'm getting a new bathroom set up, vanity kind of in sync in my apartment, so I've been kind of, my schedule's been a little bit messed up for videos, but tomorrow they're doing the final install in my bathroom, and I hope right after that, I want to do 5 days in a row of videos, hopefully, if I can manage that. So, thank you very much for watching, and really glad I could, just 2 classic issues, such a classic cover. Completely recommend this book for a kind of an affordable investment grade Batman book, CGC 9.8 book. Thank you very, very much for watching. I'll see you on the next video.